how did you learn swording?
Swording?
Those things you do with the sword. It looks tricky. Was it hard to learn?
Takes a lot of practice.
Well, you seem good at it. I bet what... One day you'd be the best sworder and cook.
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solicitus. Please take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
How can I help?
It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
I am glad to stand here day after day. It is predictable.
Thank you, my friend. Only one thing on the list left to find.
Miko, hear our hymn of repentance. Grant us
Are you all right?
No thanks to this lot. Can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
Your mess just picked me up on the way by.
Still better than what I had. Look, the name's Travaris Tintop. I need someone to help pacify the Kunari.
Why do I get the feeling he's not talking about singing them a lullaby?
Those hornheads in Kirkwall have a powder that explodes, and it's just dust. No lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
I often look at every second idiot and think, he needs more power.
I doubt they were eager to sell.
That Arishok said I wasn't worthy. That only their outcast, the Tal-Vashoth, or that mercenary. I said, great, I'll go talk to them. Didn't go over well. But, made me think. Maybe he'll bargain if I get rid of something that bothers him more than, well, me.
The Tal-Vashoth.
The Tal-Vashoth. Are you up for some paid hunting?
Your people must have something like that already.
Small things, shaped to crack faults, not shatter the earth. Plus, they're mostly lyrium. Expensive, poisonous. The chantry controls it topside. The glow makes you a target. Problem after problem.
What's the point, when we already have magic that can do the same thing?
Maybe you have magic, all tough and human and whatnot. But what of the common man? How does he remove stumps from his land, or produce them on his enemies? What does he do when he needs a hole far too fast? Magic is hard to market. But this stuff you can put in a bag.
I'll step in for you. For a price.
I'm done bargain hunting. I want it done right. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwall. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
Эмбриум. Эмбриум – цветок из семейства орхидей. Его целебные свойства было обнаружено именно благодаря его редкостной красоте. Любимая дочь лорда Игнаса Пуленко из Орлея пала жертвой ужасной болезни легких, перед которой были бессильны врачи. Полагая, что девочка скоро умрет, родители окружили ее ложем множеством ярких цветов, чтобы хоть как-то скрасить ее последние дни. Каково же было их изумление, когда девочка начала поправляться, и с каждым днем становилось все крепче. Отец и мать были безмерно изумлены, однако ликовали. Наконец врачи обнаружили, что аромат одного из цветков облегчает дыхание больной девочки. Цветок этот был эмбриум, который позднее стал зваться чудодейным цветком. Другая разновидность этого растения, обладающая определенными магическими свойствами, зовется черный эмбриум. Выдержка из руководства по ботанике написана Инес Арансией, ученый-ботаником.
Watch your steps, Shem. You don't know how many
May the
Danish
dread wolf
arrows
never
are
hear your
taken.
footsteps, child.
Dalish crafting is second to... Oh, Merrill. So you've returned. How has your time been among the Shemlin?
It's been nothing but roses and rainbows, Master Island. The alienage is lovely in the spring. The collapsing shacks and drunken brutes are nicely offset by the knee-deep mud.
This path has been of your own choosing, Merrill. A path that has saddened the clan greatly.
Perhaps if the clan was more accepting of the ancient ways and not so mired in fear.
Enough! We will not bicker like children in front of strangers. We cannot undo what is done. My apologies for that display. Perhaps we can start again. I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlin city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed?
Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make?
A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of.
Do you have any pure iron bark in stock?
What use is iron bark to you? I've never met a Shem who could bend it to his will. Either way, I'm out of stock. I do know where it can be found, but it is impossible to retrieve. Our people were forbidden from venturing to the area after we lost 2 of our best hunters there.
What's the problem? Maybe I can give you a hand dealing with it.
I find it insulting that you think you would succeed where we could not. The place is overrun by darkspawn. If we tried to eradicate them, we would risk the precious few hunters we have left. I'll show you where the area is. What you do with the information is up to you.
What are you doing? Work with the grain of the wood.
against it.
I told you that. Thank you very much for the help earlier, Varric.
You made it back to the alienage in one piece, then?
I don't know how I wound up in Darktown. There are just too many corners in Kirkwall.
Still got that ball of twine?
I left it at my house. Don't worry, I won't get lost while we're following Hawk.
Bring it next time, Daisy. Just in case.
The first enchanter does not wish me to sell merchandise.
I'll get to work immediately.
Says I am.
Of course.
Too
Here is the
honest.
reward I promised.
was a way out of here.
Stop looking at me.
What's your issue now, little hawk?
Don't call... Just don't, all right? You're looking for fodder for your stories.
Do you think you're that interesting?
I have enough trouble being overshadowed as it is. I don't need to get caught under an imaginary me, too.
Don't you worry. I'm not in the business of lullabies or children's stories.
Непрошенное спасение. С неизволения его превосходительства наместника Марлоу Думара объявляется: деятельные и способные граждане, наместнику Думару требуется ваша помощь. Его сын Сеймус Думар пропал, уведанный неизвестно кем, и необходимо как можно скорее вернуть его целым и невредимым. Предложите свои услуги сенешалю Брану, находящемуся в своей конторе в крепости его превосходительства, и получите за сие совершение не только щедрую награду, но и благодарность его превосходительства.
Something of yours, sir.
I had long since paid my debt over this. It's grand to see it again.
This city is amazing. Do you know I saw someone get mugged? Right outside. It was fascinating. Everything happens here all at once. How does anyone keep it all straight?
You get used to it eventually.
If not, I suppose you end up like me. Walking into walls and signposts. Utterly distracted. It's so busy here. So many things just get... lost.
Do you miss the Dalish?
I miss Haren Pyval stories. The creaking of Aravels in the breeze. The city is so busy and confusing. And the elves here are not like my clan. But I'll get used to Kirkwall in time.
The Templars haven't found you, have they?
I've been careful. Even among the Dalish. Keepers never work magic in public. And I think the Templars don't even see me. I'm just another elf in the alienage.
Are you feeling lost here, Meryl?
A bit. But... I'll adjust. I'm glad you came by. I needed someone to talk to.
Insist if you must, but Viscount Dumas will see no one. If you've news of Seamus, I will relay it to him.
Fine. Tell Dumas my scouts have tracked the boy and his Canary captor to the Wounded Coast. I'm taking a full company after them, and when I return, I expect him to make a show of the reward.
So many to deal with one Kunari seems... excessive.
He may be Talvashoth. The Winters leave nothing to chance. Get out of my bloody way!
Yes, what is it?
Looks like I'm not the only one who saw the bounty posting.
Apparently so. And I am regretting it. As I told the others, Viscount Dumas' son, Seamus, is missing. We suspect he was taken by a Kunari. If you would like to try your hand at securing his safe return, feel free. I have certainly granted no exclusivity to the Winters and their violent approach.
There must be suspicions about why the boy went missing.
Why? What have you heard?
Nothing. Until now.
There is truly nothing known. He is gone, and there have been sightings of a Kunari. The only complication is that Seamus is known to be of a sympathetic mind. He may have placed himself in danger, but it is danger nonetheless.
The Kunari are not wild in the city. Petition their leader for the boy's return.
The Arishok has declared that it is not his role to do so. Apparently their rebels, the Tal Vashoth, are hunted anyway, killed for what they are, not for what they may have done. That does not bode well for Seamus.
This isn't a task for a guardsman.
Who cares? We need this.
There is a concern of appearance. If we used guards, it would allow Viscount Dumas' opponents to say this admits the Kunari threat, because the city responded. In these times, public embarrassment is preferable to official embarrassment.
I should know about the competition.
The Winters out of Navarra. They don't care one whit if Seamus is returned unharmed. Their lead, Sirrah Guinness, is hungry for a foothold in fair Kirkwall. And frankly, we have enough of their kind.
The boy will be home soon enough.
Declare it if you like, but the reward goes to whomever brings him back safe. A discussion you are welcome to have with the Winters, should you encounter them, on the Wounded Coast. Miss Sarah, please stop kicking the wall.
I do hope the Viscount remembers to eat supper today.
The guard will throw you out if you kick that wall one more time.
I've never met a dwarf before.
That's because you've spent too much time frolicking in the woods, Daisy. Dwarves don't frolic.
Dalish don't really frolic either. Not in the woods, anyway.
You have sanctioned frolicking areas?
No, just not in the woods. The trees get jealous.
But you do frolic.
Of course we do. We wouldn't be elves otherwise.
You can almost see her. What's left of it?
Звездная пыль. Звездная пыль — это порошок из камня, который встречается в пещерах на рваном берегу. Когда этот камень появился на рынках вольной марки, он тут же обрел популярность у богатых дам, которые растирали его в порошок и пудрили этим порошком лицо. Однако же блестящая, необычная светлая кожа скорее померкла перед другими последствиями такого применения. Обильная сыпь и приступы кашля. Как оказалось, звездная пыль опасна при употреблении внутрь, либо вдыхании. Также она, вероятно, легко воспламеняется, что довелось обнаружить нескольким дамам, вздумавшим попудрить ее волосы рядом с горящей свечой. К несчастью, это закончилось десятком смертей от возгорания. В наши дни звездная пыль применяется крайне редко и только опытными алхимиками. Наиболее часто встречающаяся разновидность этого вещества — летучая звездная пыль. Если добыть камень в пещерах, где обитает порождение тьмы, из него получится порошок, известный как оскверненная звездная пыль. Выдержка из энциклопедии алхимика, написанной лордом Церостом из Морноспелл.
I was a beast then. A werewolf. I did many terrible things. I'm sorry.
Sorry does not bring my mother back.
I was a victim too, Elf. Of Zafrian's vengeance. Stranger, please calm her down.
Did I hear you right? You're a werewolf?
I was one, but no longer. Her Dalish keeper cursed some humans with lycanthropy long ago. The disease spread over the years, but the hero of Ferelden freed us.
Is this what your mother would want?
But he murdered her.
This man may have a wife, children, certainly a family. What will they think of you? Kill him, and you become him.
You shame me. My mother would not want this. Leave Shem. Before I change my mind.
Mind if I try my hand at that?
Just give me a second here.
Too good looking to die this young.
Messages for the Wardens. They'd probably pay to have them returned.
And the world's rid of one more Canary. Easier than I expected. Call the men back. We've got an appointment with the Viscount. Isn't that right, Seamus?
Ashad! You killed him! You Vashedan bitch!
That one of their words. See, that's why you need to be dragged home. You're playing too nice with those things. I'll wager you've gone even further than that. Haven't you, brat?
Sounds like he doesn't want to go with you.
Competition? Well, you're too late. The Winters, I, have already claimed him.
Sirrah, if I must go back, so be it. But I will not see these murderers rewarded.
Spoiled shit! I'll cut out your tongue and charge extra for bringing you back quiet. And as for you, I could do with some entertainment while we wait for the others.
Dead and good riddance, but she said she was waiting for more. A lot more.
Well, let them come.
Strip the camp, and we'll ready a fitting welcome.
That was exciting.
Oh, Andraste. I've never seen so many corpses. So much blood.
We'll get through this. Hold on a little longer. There may be more coming.
Don't you?
Рваный берег. Одна из нескольких дорог, ведущих в Кирпл, проходит через опасное место, именуемым Рваным берегом. Дорога петляет на самом краю нависающих над морем утесов, и упасть в бурные волны с нее проще простого. Существует много местных легенд о путешественниках, которые прыгали вниз или которых сбрасывали с этих высот. После утесов дорога проходит через неровные холмы, напоминающие острые зубы. В этих холмах укрываются и нападают на караваны разбойники. Но разбойники, конечно же, не самая большая опасность. Когда путешественник минует холмы, он попадает в лабиринт крутых ущелий, где охотится масса свирепых тварей. В этом месте скрыто множество секретов со времен Золотого века Империи Тевинтер, чьи древние реликвии и статуи со времен рассыпались под ударом камнепадов. Брат Джентии в поисках знания, путешествия церковного ученого.
Never lied, never coddled. You were worth his time, or you are not. They are not the brutes others claim they are. Take me to my father, and I will try again to make him see.
It's clear this was not your first encounter with this Ashard.
I met him soon after their ship foundered. I had run again, to escape the keep and my father. A shard was to map the coast, to find an answer for the Arishok. I had so many doubts. Kunari have none.
I wasn't aware that Kunari take many friends.
Perhaps it isn't the right word. I am the Viscount's son, bound by everything that means. A shard did not care. We were both seeking something. That was enough.
I confess I'm not sure what one does with a dead Kunari.
The body is no longer him, and is worthy of no special treatment. That is, apparently, their way.
Should his people be told?
They will know. Whether they will deign to acknowledge it, I have no idea. There was much of a shard that I didn't understand, but it was so very worth trying.
The Viscount is clearly concerned about your safety.
The Viscount sends thugs to do a father's job. I was in no danger until his help arrived.
You could have told him this was your wish.
Keep your assumptions. He doesn't hear me. He's as tired of being disappointed as I am of bearing it. And now, a shard is dead. It's not right.
We'll leave soon enough, Seamus. Be ready.
I am at your whim, Sirrah. I am ready to leave. And you have coin to collect, I'm sure.
We'll leave soon enough, Seamus.
I am ready to leave. And you
Let's go, Seamus. Your father will be waiting in the keep.
Then take me to him. Father.
My son. I thought I'd lost you.
Enough, Father.
Allow me to present one Sirrah Hawk, Excellency. He fulfilled the bounty.
You have my gratitude. I hope you encountered no great difficulties on my son's behalf.
There were complications, but I was privileged to keep your son from harm.
I was told the Winters had involved themselves. Was there no way to avoid an incident?
They murdered my friend. Where is the concern for that?
It was my understanding you were captured alone. Foolishly traipsing about the coast as you do.
I was not captured. I was with a shard. The Kunari. They are not monsters to be feared. If you would just try to understand, others would see as well.
Better that you were thought abducted than to have their influence suspected in my own family. Benign or not, it's too much.
Forgive me. This is a private concern of yours.
Your actions are appreciated. The Seneschal will see you out.
Боевой пес Мабари. Собаки — это важная часть ферелденской культуры, а среди собак выше всего ценится Мабари. Эта порода древняя, как легенда. Говорят, ее вывели из волков, которые служили Дейн. Мабари высоко ценимы за ум и преданность. Представляет собой не просто хорошее оружие или символ высокого положения в обществе. Эти псы сами собирают своих хозяев и служат им всю жизнь. В любом уголке Ферелдена хозяева Мабари тотчас признают достойным человека. Мабари существует сценная часть ферелденской военной тактики. Обучаемые псы трудно могут тащить с коня рыцаря или прорвать строй пикинеров. И вид волны боевых псов, которые с рычанием и воем катятся на врага, часто вызывает панику и у самих закаленных пехотинцев. Тал-Возгот. Затеряться в древних твинтерских руинах в северном Ривейне не так уж и заманчиво, как считают. Я это понял, когда сам туда попал. Меня окружили несколько отрядов кунари, очевидно работавших сообща. Мне удалось бежать укрыться в небольшой деревушке, именуемой Виндаар. Там жили в основном люди и эльфы, которые фанатично следовали учению кун. Это была самая организованная деревня из либо я виданных мной. Совершенно одинаковые дома располагались вдоль идеально очерченных воображаемых линий, образующих прямоугольники. Хорошо ухоженные поля, очевидно, были общими, но везде были видны следы повреждений, как будто город пережил несколько осад. Разбитые строения, сгоревшие поля и очень много пустых домов. Я провел ночь в доме вандаарской Матроны, которая представилась просто провидица. Когда я попытался рассказать хозяйке историю про напавших на меня кунари, то кое-что выяснил. По словам провидицы, кунари — это все, кто следует кун. Тех же, кто родился в кунарийском обществе и отрицает кун, называют возготами, что означает серые. Эти серые должны оставить свои дома, ибо им нет места среди кунари. К сожалению, многие обращаются против общества, изгнавшего их. Эти изгои называют себя тал-возготами, истинными серыми. Часто у них нет навыков, позволяющих вести частную жизнь, поэтому обычно они становятся наемниками. Даже самые плохие бойцы кунари весьма крупны и имеют устрашающий вид. Как сказала провидица, именно они напали на меня. Это была та же самая группа, что учинила такое разрушение в Вандааре. Тал-возготы ведут ожесточенную войну с кун, кунари и иногда с самим порядком. Они не равня кунарийской армии, поэтому обычно нападают на фермы, путешественников и тех, кто забрел слишком далеко и не может рассчитывать на защиту кунари. Мне повезло, что я уцелел. Брат Дженитию в поисках знания, путешествие церковного ученого. Наместник Марлоу Думара. То, что случилось с наместником Перином Тренхольдом, просто фарс. Я служил в крепости, и у меня вскипает кровь, когда кто-то называет его тираном. Это был благородный человек, хотевший освободить Киркул из-под иго тех, кто жаждет власти для личных целей. Здесь всегда так обстояло дело, не правда ли? Давным-давно Киркул принадлежал империи, потом магистров сменили кунари, тех арлесианцы, и вот явились храмовники. Мы вообще когда-нибудь правили этим городом сами. Перин хотел вышвырнуть ублюдков-храмовников, дать нам свободу, и чем это для него обернулось? Теперь церковь выбрала на замену Перину лорда Марлоу Думара. После многонедельных споров, многочисленных заверений, что аристократы сами выбирают наместника, после такого, как все сошлись во мнении, что нужен новый титул, почему бы не король? Зачем сохранять название, навязанное арлесианцами? И после всего этого церковь выбирает его. Я понимаю, почему все считают его мягкохребетным, похоже, так оно и есть. Воистину, он попал между молотом и наковальней. Храмовники с одной стороны, знать с другой, и все ждут от него решений, но у него нет власти, чтобы хоть что-то решить. Он как может поддерживает мир, и мне кажется, он действительно старается, в отличие от всех остальных. Еще он любит этого грустного мальчика. Я вижу, как маленький Сеймус глядит на отца и сочувствует ему. Не весело это торчать заперти в крепости вдали от других детей, видеть, как отца унижает каждый пустозвон. Я с ностальгией вспоминаю о днях правления Перина Тренхольда. Несмотря на всю тогдашнюю сумятицу, остается только надеяться, что однажды Сеймус даст городу наследника, которого тот заслуживает. Выдержка из письма неизвестной слуги, найденного в погребах казематов. 9-й год века дракона. Письмо серых стражей. Сядьте на первый же корабль, идущий из Амарантайна, а затем как можно быстрее доберитесь до крепости Вейсхаупт. Если все дороги окажутся слишком опасными или будут закрыты, вам поможет наш агент в Кирквале. Найдите тайники в переулке, далеко от Литейного в Нижнем городе в светлое время суток. Сохраните письмо любой ценой. Страж-командор Ферлдена. Ограниченное установление для исследования сильно затруднилось продвижение вперед. Имя всегда несколько испытуемых. Я мог протестировать только часть самых важных гипотез. Однако прислание мне данные об архитекторе оказалось бесценными, я с удовольствием сообщу о немедленном успехе. Как и предполагал архитектор, в крови серых стражей содержится внушительная невостребованная сила. Если подготовить ее должным образом, эффект будет весьма значительным. Но помимо этого, мое исследование привело к некоторым весьма тревожным выводам, которые, прилагаю, я закодировал их старым амарантайским шифром. Очень прошу вас как можно скорее переслать это первому стражу. Я продолжу дальнейшие изыскания по мере своих возможностей. Все мои шаги тщательно фиксируются в документации. Если время одержит надо мной верх, другие смогут последовать по моим стопам. Авернус.
I do hope the Viscount remembers to eat supper today.
This is yours, if I'm not mistaken.
This was free of its handler. Well, you're a lucky one. Thank you.
Rather be free down here, I guess.
Your people came a long way, Merrill.
For my sake, please quit cutting through the alleys in Lowtown alone at night.
Nothing ever happens. I'm perfectly safe, Varric.
Yes, I know. And that nothing is costing me a fortune.
Good day, citizen.
Exhausted! Need mana! Andraste, save me! Andraste, save me! Need mana! I can't keep this up!
There's the dead drop. Hopefully the Wardens will appreciate this.
Темное явление. Как я понимаю, за возвращение утраченных писем Серых Стражей надо благодарить вас. Этот поступок не остался незамеченным. Пожалуйста, примите прилагаемую награду и благословление Стражей. Будем благодарны, если это дело избежит огласки. Без подписи.
A nice view of the sea, if there were... Varric?
Carver.
Still think you're helping while bearing us in debt to your brother?
Still riding side saddle while bitching at your betters?
Drinks later?
Never miss 'em.
You again. What do you want?
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of slew the Archdemon to save us all. Fat lot they care here. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden?
The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden?
Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
Who are you protecting?
You see what our people face in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children.
He sounds very busy. We won't be any trouble, we promise.
He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
You mean he's a mage?
Would I stick my neck out for some purveyor of hensbane and leeches?
Oh, perish the thought. Another delicate mage flower.
He doesn't want to be locked in the gallows just for using the gifts the Maker gave him.
Your healer is in no danger from me.
Right. Perfectly safe if he cooperates.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know to find the healer, look for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
I haven't eaten all day.
Hey, we heard you in there asking about the healer. We know what happens to mages in this town, and it ain't gonna happen to him.
You want him safe? Don't pick fights with other Fereldans while the Templars are after us all.
Ferelden? But your clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Make her bless the rule of our Queen Honora.
Made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
I'm just here to talk.
We're interested in getting into the deep roads. Rumor has it you were a warden. Do you know a way?
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot? In the deep roads?
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a Genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood, too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
So, you came to Kirkwall just to escape the wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no warden outpost, no darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
I've always heard that joining the wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
I'm part of an expedition into the deep roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted deep roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested. Although, a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Help my expedition reach the deep roads, and I'll do whatever you need.
You don't ask for my terms. What if I were asking for the Knight Commander's head on a spike?
Is that what you ask?
You decide. I have a warden map of the depths in this area, but there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend, a mage, a prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
Forcing mages into servitude is not the way to prevent the rise of another Imperium.
That's not usually the response I get. Perhaps we will work together better than I expected.
Tell me about your friend.
His name is Carl Thekla. He was sent here from Ferelden when Kirkwall's Circle required new talent. His last letter said the Knight Commander was turning the Circle into a prison. Mages are locked in their cell, refused appearances at court, made tranquil for the slightest crimes. I told him I would come.
Are these accusations true?
Ask any mage in Kirkwall. Over a dozen were made tranquil just this year. The more people you ask, the worse the rumors become.
How do you plan to break him out of the gallows?
I'm hoping it won't come to that. I sent Carl a message to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Maker willing, he'll be there, alone. But if there are Templars with him, I swear I'll free him from them, whatever the cost.
What do the Templars know of your plans?
I don't know. I had been exchanging notes with Carl through a maidservant in the gallows. Then the letters stopped coming.
I would help any mage in such circumstances, map or no.
Better make this good. We're risking a lot if we anger the Templars.
I welcome your aid. I have already sent word for Carl to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Join us there, and we'll ensure that no matter who is with him, we all walk away free.
История Кирквалла, глава 4. Семейство Тренхольдов начало свое печально известное правление на самой заре века дракона, менее чем через неделю после того, как Мэрик Тейрин отвоевал Ферелденский престол у Орлея. Сколько сразу за этим последовали гражданская война в Антиве, печально известная эпоха трех королев, и переворот в империи Тевинтер, многие решили, что век дракона знаменуется катастрофическими переменами. Суждение это, возможно, было поспешно, но для Кирквалла сбылось полностью. Наместник Отвага Тренхольд оказался жестоким злодеем, а его сын Перин, сменивший отца в 9 году века дракона, был еще хуже. Налоги скудели, и когда Перин Тренхольд начал взимать непомерную дань с арлесианских кораблей, перекрыв движение по морю древними цепями на близнецах, в Киркваллском порту цепи эти оставались без дела еще с новых священных походов. Империя пригрозила военными действиями, после чего недремлющее море было перекрыто. Впервые церковь пришлось надавить на наместника с помощью храмовников. До того храмовники ни в чем не препятствовали Тренхольдам, хотя и могли, будучи самой крупной армией в Кирквалле. Единственный письменный комментарий на эту тему содержится в письме рыцаря-командора Гильяна Верховной Жрицы Беатрис III. Не наше дело вмешиваться в политику. Наш долг хранить горожан от магов, а не от себя самих. Жрица, будучи дружна с императором, явно не разделяла это мнение. В ответ наместник Перин собрал армию наемников, выбрав силовое решение конфликта с храмовниками. Казематы были взяты штурмом, а рыцарь-командор Гильян повешен. Вспыхнули ожесточенные бои, и в конце концов Перин был арестован, а его род отстранен от правления. Храмовников теперь почитали за героев, хотя они и пытались остаться в стороне от киркловской политики. Она сама не оставила их в покое. В 9 году Века Дракона рыцарь-коммодор Мередит назначила новым наместником лорда Марл Думара. Сама Мередит с тех самых пор играла значительную роль в управлении городом. Брат женитивый Киркл, город цепей, 9 год Века Дракона.
Going to have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Never a shortage of idiots who think they can take the streets in the dark, but good reward in getting rid of them.
I saw Carl go inside a few minutes ago. No Templars so far. Are you ready?
I didn't see anyone suspicious out here. Let's do this fast.
All right. I'll handle the talking. You watch for Templars. When we find Carl, just let me talk to him.
Anders, I know you too well. I knew you would never give up.
What's wrong? Why are you talking like...
I was too rebellious, like you. The Templars knew I had to be... made an example of.
No!
How else will mages ever master themselves? You'll understand, Anders. As soon as the Templars teach you to control yourself. This is the apostate.
No!
Never take another mage as you took him.
Anders, what did you do? It's like... you brought a piece of the Fade into this world. I had already forgotten what that feels like.
I thought the Tranquil were cut off from the Fade forever.
When you're tranquil, you never think on your life before. But it's like the Fade itself is inside Anders, burning like a sun. Please, kill me before I forget again. I don't know how you brought it back, but it's fading.
Carl, no. Maybe we can find a cure.
Can you cure a beheading? The dreams of tranquil mages are severed. There is nothing left of them to fix.
I would rather die a mage than live as a Templar puppet.
I would rather die than be tranquil. Help him.
I got here too late. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm so sorry.
Now, it's fading. Why do you look at me like that?
Goodbye. We should leave before more Templars come.
That wasn't normal magic you just did, was it?
This is hard to explain. When I was in Amaranthine, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages in Thedas face every day.
And that's different than a demon?
Just as demons prey on the deadly sins of mankind, there are good spirits who embody our virtues. Spirits of compassion, fortitude, justice. They are the Maker's first children, and they have all but given up on us.
Just say whatever you have to say.
To live outside the Fade, he needed a host. I offered to help him. We were going to work together, bring justice to every child ever ripped away from his mother to be sent to the Circle. But I guess I had too much anger. Once he was inside me, he changed.
So, you have this spirit of justice living in your head?
It's not like that. He's gone now. He's part of me. It's not like we can have a conversation. I feel his thoughts as my own. Not even the greatest scholar could tell you where I end and he begins.
This is obviously difficult for you.
For him? We'll be hunted for sure now.
I thought I was helping my friend. He would have died, I guess. If that even means anything. And he wanted to help me. He knew what mages have suffered. But my anger, when I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend, Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
Can Justice ever be separated from you?
I don't think so. The only way a spirit has ever been separated from a living host is by its death. The curse is of my own making. All I can do now is hope to control it.
Can you bring him out at will?
No. He comes only when I've lost all power over myself. It's a madness, a frenzy. I only find out after what I might have done.
Is there anything I can do for you?
You're the first one I've ever told this. Thank you for not running away. My maps are yours. As am I, if you wish me to join your expedition. I thought I was done with the Grey Wardens. But if you have any need of me, I will be waiting here. This is the only place in Kirkwall I feel safe.
Усмиренные. Хотя ученики не знают, что именно происходит на истязаниях, их последствия известны всем. Либо ученик проходит испытание и становится полноправным магом, либо его больше никто никогда не видит. Над теми, кто боится испытания, а также над теми, кого чародеи сочтут слишком слабыми или ненадежным, вместо истязаний проводят ритуал усмирения. Процедура ритуала, как и в случае с истязаниями, держится в секрете, но суть его известна всем. При этом в ритуале разрывается связь с тенью. Впоследствии этого усмирения перестают видеть сны. Этим устраняется самая большая опасность, которая угрожает слабому или неподготовленному магу. Возможность привлечь демонов с той стороны завесы. Но это еще не совсем малый эффект с усмирением. У усмиренных исчезают не только сны, магические способности, но также и все эмоции. По иронии судьбы, усмиренные больше всего напоминают лунатиков, и не спят, и не бодрствуют. Тем не менее, они все равно являются членами круга, и, надо сказать, крайне важными членами. Они обладают невероятной способностью концентрироваться, поскольку отличаться для усмиренного мага попросту невозможно. Это делает из него искусных ремесленников, что с ними не могут справиться даже гномы. В Фармаре ремесленных цех круга, занимающийся зачарованными предметами, состоит исключительно из усмиренных и является практически единственным источником дохода для башен. Первый чародей Йозефус, усмирение и роль тени в человеческой культуре. Андерс. У Андерса всегда были сложные отношения с кругом магов, куда его забрали из семьи, как только у мальчика проявились магический талант. В первый раз он сбежал из круга еще ребенком, его ловили и возвращали десятки раз, но первый чародей Ирвинг по-прежнему считал Андерса всего лишь сорванцом и был уверен, что маг с таким легким характером и чувством юмора не представляет серьезной угрозы. Но во время последнего побега Андерс подружился с амарантайским стражем-командором и принял предложение вступить в серые стражи. Жизнь в качестве стража переменила его. Он повстречал со свободным духом тени по имени Справедливость, и тот постепенно убедил Андерса переключить внимание с собственных страданий на бедствия всех магов. Проникшись рвением справедливости, Андерс предложил духу слиться с ним во имя освобождения магов. Так оба ступили на опасный путь, превративший чистоту справедливости в бездумную ненависть мести.
I'm with you, brother. For now.
You remind me of Harry Pyvel, Varric. Only younger and shorter, and not as serious.
Oh, it's a close resemblance, then.
Well, he tells stories, and you tell stories. Although none of his begin, no shit, there I was. I don't have... Understand.
packed soul.
Just yesterday.
You owe us, Isabella.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so. And here I thought the only men in this place were besotted fools who couldn't hoist the mainsail.
You mean like the men you sent scrambling from the tavern?
Exactly like them. Worthless twits. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
I'm always ready to help.
Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
Who's this person you've arranged to meet?
His name is Hader. We worked together back in Antiva. He's never liked me. He's been asking about me all around Kirkwall. Thought I'd get it over with and meet him face to face.
You wanted information from Lucky. What was it?
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
Why a duel?
I like duels. It's what I do. And if I win, he'll be dead. Problem solved.
What makes you think I'm right for this?
You saw me talking to Lucky, didn't you? Those boys couldn't manage simple information gathering. I can't trust the riffraff in this place to do anything right. But you're different.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
So, I've been dying to know. What was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
I knew that whatever happened, I had to get the others to safety.
Lots of people talk about nobility and selflessness, generally in the same stories that have magic beans. Somehow, Hawk, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
Anything in particular I should know about your brother?
To understand Bartrand, you've got to understand the Dwarven Merchants Guild. These are dwarves who would sell their mothers if they thought it'd get them a better share of the lyrium market. Anyone who deals with them has to sleep with a knife under their pillow. In my family, that's Bartrand.
What are your plans for this trip into the deep roads?
Bartrand's running the show. Andraste's ass, he'd probably do that even if we weren't paying for everything. The tide we're looking for is supposed to be a week's travel from the surface, so I hope you aren't scared of the dark. We've got supplies, muscle, excavators. The plan is to carry out everything that's not nailed down.
If we'll be working together, I should find out more about you.
True enough. I suppose you ought to know my credentials. My family came from Orzammar, noble house Tethras, until my father got caught fixing provings. He and our whole house got exiled. No huge loss. I was born up here. Sunshine suits me just fine.
Are you a merchant? A mercenary?
I'm a younger son. It's a difficult and dangerous profession. A lot of us die of boredom. Fortunately, being Bartran's younger brother keeps me on my toes. Maker knows he lacks subtlety. I'm the one who pulls strings to keep the coterie out of our hair. Keep us just a whisker ahead of the other families.
What are the deep roads like?
Well, I could tell you the standard tales. Legions of darkspawn, ravenous beasts, cave-ins. I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the deep roads. So, this will be... let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurers.
There you are. I've been here for hours. Ada hasn't shown up. No one has. I don't like this.
I don't like this. That's right up there with what could possibly go wrong.
That's the wench we're looking for. Gut her.
No! We fight!
Hiding in the chantry and sending thugs to finish me off? Coward. He'll not get away with this. Come on.
Let's make this quick! Ha!
Isabella, should have known you'd find me here.
Tell your men to burn the letters next time.
Castillon was heartbroken when he heard about the shipwreck. You should have let him know you survived.
It must have slipped my mind.
Where's the relic?
I lost it. Castillon's just going to have to do without.
Lost it? Just like you lost a ship full of valuable cargo?
They weren't cargo, Hader. They were people.
Those slaves were worth 100 sovereigns a head, and you let them scurry off into the wilds. And now the relic's gone too. Castillon won't be happy to hear that. I promise you.
Will someone explain what's going on?
Isabella's been a very bad girl. Ruined a perfect business deal, and then ran away. She didn't tell you?
I told him enough.
Really? Because it doesn't seem like it.
I said I arranged for a duel, which I did. I also said you wouldn't play fair, which you didn't. We can talk later if you want. Right now, we have other problems.
You don't have to tell Castillon about Isabella.
If I cross him, he'll have me killed. And my life is worth more than hers.
There's only one way to settle this.
keep this up!
Stop trying to move!
I'm exhausted!
You'll die screaming!
I can't keep this up! I'm exhausted! I can't keep this up! I'll deal with this! I can't keep this up! Need mana! I'm exhausted! I can't keep this up! Need mana! I was trying to talk him down.
Trust me, it's better this way. Castillon won't hear about me from Hader, but he'll find me eventually. I just have to get him the relic. It's simple as that.
What's so interesting about the relic?
I don't really know what it is, except that it's ancient and worth my weight in gold. Castillon has me chasing it down as payback for freeing his slaves. To be honest, I think he just wants me dead, but that would be letting me off easy.
You hired Lucky to track down information on the relic?
That's right. He insisted he knew everything that was going on in Kirkwall. He lied. I bet he doesn't even know everything going on in his pants.
Did you end up in Kirkwall because your ship was destroyed?
There was a storm. The ship ran aground on the reefs near the city. I managed to make it to shore. Most of my men weren't as lucky. Poor sods. I knew some of those men almost 10 years. Ah, balls.
Who is Castillon?
He's a powerful merchant based in Antiva. I believe he has ties to the Felicissima Armada. I used to work for him. The jobs mostly involved smuggling lyrium, jewels, or the occasional criminal acquaintance. He paid well.
What's this about you freeing slaves?
I was asked to escort Castillon's cargo ship. I got a bad feeling about the job partway through. Boarded the ship to find slaves. Nearly 200. Elves, humans, children even. It was sickening. They paid Castillon to take them away from the Blight. He took their money and sold them into slavery. Even I can see that's wrong.
If getting the relic gets Castillon off your back, then I'll help you retrieve it.
I still don't know where it is, but you'll be the first to know if I hear anything. Anyway, thanks for helping me out with Hader. I think I'll tag along for a while. There might be something I could do for you. And I have a room at the Hanged Man if you're looking for company later.
Изабелла. О своих морских похождениях Изабелла рассказывает неохотно, хотя я причастность к пиратству и контрабанде сомнений не вызывает. Вскоре после окончания мора корабль Изабеллы попал в шторм близ ровного берега. Судно разбилось, но Изабелле удалось спастись и добраться до вольной марки. Большую часть времени она проводит в таверне «Висельник». От Изабеллы удалось узнать, что она родилась в Ривейне, но провела много лет в Антивии. Когда ее спрашивают об этом периоде жизни, она меняет тему.